Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Patch, and today I'm going to read A Little Spot of Patience, a story about how to enjoy waiting. And this is written and illustrated by Diane Alber. Hi, we are Patience Spots. We're here to help you when you have to wait. We all know that waiting is not easy. Everyone has a patience spot, and you want to grow it as big as possible. So it's important that you train it every day. The bigger it becomes, the better you'll be at waiting. You might even enjoy it. You can make waiting fun. How do you do that? So look at the little patience spots. So different than anger. With anger spots, we want those to be small, but patience spots, we want to be big. There are lots of situations that require patience. Some things you may only wait a minute for, and some things you might need to wait years for, like that big apple tree. That's why it's good to start training your patience spot right away, so you can enjoy all the times when you'll have to wait. So look, the tree starts out little. You have to be really patient for it to grow that big and be able to enjoy that apple when it's all big. In fact, I make myself wait when I don't even have to. Try to not eat those donuts right away. The longer you make yourself wait, the bigger your patience spot grows. Look at them looking at those yummy donuts. Doesn't it seem like those donuts taste even better than usual? It's because you just grew your patience spot. Now the next time you have to wait, it will be a little easier because you can see how waiting actually makes you enjoy things a little bit more. So instead of just gobbling it all up in just a couple of bites, kind of taking your time to enjoy it, enjoy the taste of it, instead of eating it so fast that you don't even really know what you ate. Puzzles are a great way to help you train your patience spot. In order to solve a puzzle, you must think a lot, and you can't rush through things. Thinking things through and problem solving helps grow your patience spot. Coloring is another great way to train your patience spot. It helps your mind focus on something other than waiting. So if you have to wait for something, maybe finding something to do while you're waiting helps that time go by fast. Creating any type of art can help train your patience spot. When using paint or glue, you have to wait until it dries to touch it. While you wait, play a game to pass the time. Did you know baking and cooking can help train your patience spot? Certain foods need time to cook before you can eat them. So while you're waiting, play some music and have a dance party. This will make time pass by a little faster. You can also train your patience spot by taking some time to make good choices instead of rushing. It might sound cold. What should I wear? So instead of rushing out the door, being really thoughtful about what you should be wearing in order to be able to enjoy the day. Or when you're taking an assessment, instead of rushing right through it and possibly having to do it over because you went too fast, taking your time to really think about the answers you want to give. Being patient and thoughtful and mindful. Another way to train your patience spot is by listening. When you're waiting to ask a question, try to listen to what other kids are asking. You might learn something new. So that really goes along with blurting, right? So if the teacher asks the whole class a question, instead of just blurting out the answer because you think you know it, waiting till somebody calls on you, giving other people a chance to answer. If you're blurting something out, you're not really listening to what the other person is saying. If I'm talking to you and all you're doing is thinking about what you want to say back, you're not really listening to what I'm saying. So patience is taking the time to listen. And that's whole body listening, right? We listen with our head, with our mind, so we're paying attention, with our eyes wide open, our ears open and hearing, our mouths nice and quiet, our hands and feet by our sides, and our bodies are sitting calmly and quietly. That's a way of showing patience by giving that whole body listening and respect to the person who's talking. So be asking yourself, am I blurting things out when other people are talking or not giving other people a chance to listen? That's when I want to grow my patience spot. Put my hand over my mouth, keep my thought bubble in, and wait until I'm called on, or wait till it's an appropriate time to respond before I do that. That's growing your patience spot. Taking turns is a great way to train your patience spot. When you're waiting to use something, watch what someone else is doing. You might learn a new technique. So waiting your turn to do something, right? Not just jumping in front of everybody else because you're so excited to do it, right? A big part about one of my buddies of being patient is my little peaceful spot right here. Practicing mindfulness and peacefulness helps you to grow that patience spot. Sometimes training your patience spot is all about how you look at a situation. I know it can be frustrating when you can't open your presents right away, but you could use that time to hang out with your friends a little longer, right? So being patient to wait until it's your turn or wait until something's done in order to go before you go do something else. And that could be, look at her, she looks pretty frustrated waiting. But then she joined the party and she's having a great time and she'll be able to enjoy those presents after. And opening one present at a time and really appreciating what somebody gave you before you just rip open all the other ones, right? Saying thank you, showing good manners, another great way to grow your patience spot. Car rides can seem like a long time that moves so slowly, right? While you're waiting, try reading a book or enjoying the scenery. Sometimes playing some sort of a game with the other people who are in the car with you. I like how he's reading a little peaceful spot, just like my buddy right here. That's a smart choice. You will spend a lot of time training your patience spot in lines. Lines at the doctor's office, lines getting ice cream, or lines at the playground. Try saying hello and making a new friend. Great conversation can make waiting so much fun. Look at them waiting in line. Hi, what's your name? Hi, my name's Charlotte. So see, look at this guy right here. He's looking kind of bored, maybe a little frustrated because he's waiting. Instead, if he turned to maybe talk to somebody and really engage them, that would make the time go by faster. Sometimes waiting in line may seem a little boring. When you're bored, it can make you feel irritated. But did you know that you're choosing to be bored? Instead, choose a way to find your peaceful spot, right? When somebody says to me, I'm bored, I usually put it back on them to problem solve what you can do to change that boredom. There's always different ideas. Or choose to be creative. I have a little trick that is so much fun. Repeat after me. Don't look at patience as a daunting chore. Look at patience as a chance to explore. When you have to wait, just look around. Can you find a spot or something round? Look at them with their binoculars, looking for something that's round. So playing a game. A tire, a ball, or an eye with a dot. This will help you grow your patience spot. Okay, your patience spot is ready to grow. How will you train it? And this is a handout that I'm going to give you all to be able to use to kind of help with that. So remember, things like blurting or cutting people in line, frustrating, things like that, that's all about not having patience, not being, showing good manners and saying please and thank you and waiting your turn, those sorts of things. So I want you to think about my little peaceful spot here and really working to grow your patience spot. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your peaceful and patient day.